I do want to take a minute to introduce Peg Schaffer, who is our Somerset County Democratic Chair, and kind of let you know what's going on in the county and how we're doing things here. Peg has been somebody who has been working with the county for the last 4 years.
Seems like
a long lifetime. Yeah, the last 4 years at least. And she has done great things to bring the Somerset County Democrats forward, and we're very excited about having her here to stop by and talk to folks about Brook. Peg Schaffer.
Thanks, Karen. Probably don't need this for this room. My Irish whisper, I bet will go all the way to the back of the room, but I'll try to make it easy for you to hear what I have to say. First of all, I love Brook. I love to come here and visit with many familiar faces, not old faces. I was careful there. When I look in the mirror in the morning, I still see that person that I was some 30 years ago. So, and when I don't see that person, I close the mirrors. I tell people I've gotten rid of the mirrors in my house. So anyway, I see familiar faces, people who have been long-standing Democrats in this county. I see Councilman Aletta. It's always a pleasure to see you, Councilman, and Councilman Higginbottom. So it's a pleasure to see you. The younger faces, the new faces, the Vinnie Petty. Where's Councilman Petty? He's left us. Oh. He's gone off to the bar to recruit some more Democrats, maybe. And
he's bringing in the soda.
We appreciate the volunteers that I see regularly because you are the most important people in the room. Oftentimes when politicians get up in front of a room, or someone like me who's the chair of a party, I look around, I recognize people who have held office, people who are seeking office, but what I should do is go around and recognize all of the other people, because without you, this really doesn't happen. We can't get people elected. Our democracy doesn't work without you. We're all, I'm sure, feeling the afterglow of last night's debate. Seeing President Obama be President Obama made us all very proud to be on this team. And he, once again, made us realize how clear our choice is on November 6th. I saw Senator Menendez the other day, who made it very simple. He said, when you get into your car and you want to go forward, what do? You put it in D for Democrat. If you want to go backward, you put it in R for reverse or Romney or Ryan. Republican. We know that if we don't bring home victory this year from the top of the ticket all the way down to the bottom, the America we know is not going to exist. Our new president, if it's a president different from the one who's serving in the White House right now, is going to change our society in a way that makes it unrecognizable. He will appoint 2 justices, minimally, to the Supreme Court. And I'm betting they're going to look a lot like Scalia. If he appoints 2 justices who look like Scalia, you and I are all going to have to figure out a way to move out of here. Washington has become a very uncomfortable place. And we have an opportunity now to starting at the top of the ticket, to make make Washington work for us the way it's supposed to. So I'm here to tell you, I represent the Democrats in this county, but for us to win, you have great candidates up and down the ticket. So it's important that the people who are running locally, Vinnie and Lisa, can bring home a victory for Obama, and that Obama can bring home a victory for you guys. And in between, you get to vote for Senator Bob Menendez, who's been an amazing champion of the values we hold near and dear. And you get to vote for Congressman Rush Holt. And many of you guys have met him, you've heard him. I've known him for a bunch of years, and you are so lucky to have him as your congressman. He is one of the smartest people I've ever met, and the most caring, or among the most caring. He goes to Washington not to get, in fact, he passes up accolades. I think I've told the story. I'm going to keep talking for a while so that you don't get bored waiting for Rush and waiting for the other people to speak. I spent some time with Rush Holt at the Democratic National Convention, and it's a good example of who Rush is. That he doesn't view himself as an important guy. And you may or may not appreciate that at the convention, it's hard to get back and forth to the proceedings to get to the convention center. But if you happen to be hanging out with a senator or a congressman, you get some special treatment. However, that doesn't happen if that special person is Rush Holt. Because Rush says to me one day, "Oh, Peg, you want to ride to the convention center?" And I said, "Sure." I think I've scored. I think I'm coming in the back door with all the dignitaries, and I'm going to get an opportunity to not have to go through security, not have to wait in line. Guess what? Rush is driving a rental car with license plates from Denver, Colorado. I don't know where he got them. No, they're Illinois license plates. And no congressional insignia. And I said, he's driving, he's clearly driving. He's driving, his aide is sitting next to him, his wife's sitting in the back seat. So we parked 10 blocks away. Because Rush Holt missed the conference call when they were going to tell him how he could get special treatment as a congressman. He was doing the people's business instead. This is a guy who really is there representing your interests, and again, you'll hear him talk about the things he wants to accomplish. He's enormously frustrated right now. There's another part of this county that is running a gentleman named Upendra Chivikula, and Rush really wants Upendra to win, because if he does, he's got some help on the Hill, and maybe we'll get some things done. But enough about DC. We, in this county, have selected some really cool candidates, one of whom you've known for a really long time. He's been a councilman in this town, Tony Pranzatelli. I can't tell you how thrilled I was when he stepped up and said, "I'm willing to run for freeholder." It's an honor to run a man as talented as Tony Pranzatelli. I'm sure that your chairman will introduce you in greater depth later, because I'm not going to stay here that long to go through the introductions for everyone. But I do want to say that I'm proud of the selections we've made. We have a committee we put together in this county where we interview anybody who's interested in stepping up and carrying the banner of the Democrats. And Tony came forward among many other people. It was an easy decision for us when we selected him. Other guy, not so easy. Will Galtieri is a scientist who, a young man, when he actually, I say, we're very impressed with him, we're happy, we're honored to be running him as well, but when he came in the door, and I said this before so he's not going to be surprised, I thought maybe I was interviewing for student body president, because he really does look a little bit too young to be a freeholder. Once we began speaking with him, we understood him to be a very serious fellow, a man who is running for office because he believes things that affect his life in this county can and should be changed. And so he has taken on the responsibility to step forward as a standard bearer for students at RVCC. He'll tell you what his ideas are there. Our county freeholders are not treating our students as they should. Frankly, the Republicans are not treating us as they should. They're not treating women as they should. They're not treating seniors as they should. They're not treating students. So all of those things, there is something that can be addressed at the county level. Will Galtieri, you'll hear from him later, is a tremendous candidate who will bring a lot of a different dynamic to the County Freeholder Board. And I think we solicited the clerk. Joan Pritchard is a woman I've known for a long time. Joan possesses all of the talents necessary to do the job of clerk. I bet most of us don't even know what a clerk does. But it's an important position. It's one that requires somebody being able to be very organized. They're the person who maintains the vital statistics in this county, the person who records the deeds and mortgages, the person who gives out marriage licenses, the person who maybe someday will give out marriage licenses to anybody who wants a marriage license, because what am I looking for? Gay marriage. I can say gay marriage. I was trying to say marriage equality was the word I'm looking for, because marriage equality will be the law of this land. But Joan has distinguished herself with the Health and Human Services Administration. She's, more importantly, from my perspective, distinguished herself as a great Democrat. And one thing that's been severely lacking in this county is enough Democrats in positions to influence our daily lives. And I understand we have a couple of Republicans in the room. Republicans, many of them, aren't bad people. It's just that there are too many of them in this county. And so we really need to get our fair share elected, and so that we can be heard as well. Many of my best friends are Republicans. Who else is running? The locals.
Oh, we have our locals. We have Vinny and Lisa.
In this, and I've known Vinny Petty for a long time. Councilman Vinny Petty. Vinny has served on council And I'm excited that they selected you to go back on council. Lisa Bogart has stepped up. Those of you who have run for office in the past, and many of you in this room have run and or been elected, it's a hard job. It's hard on the family. It's those of us who are involved in politics at this time of the year in particular are out every single night. And part of the reason why I have to keep looking to Karen to find out what to say next is that I was giving a different speech about a half hour ago, and I'm giving another one an hour from now. So I am in Brook. I'm in Somerset County. I'm thrilled to be in Somerset County. I started by saying how important you are. We have a headquarters in downtown Somerville. We need to call all of the people who might vote for our candidates between now and Election Day. We've been calling them. The candidates have been knocking on the doors. We need to keep knocking on doors. We need to keep calling them, and we need people who are able and willing to do that. Now, Faith, you've done it in the past. We're happy, if you can't come to headquarters for some reason, we're happy to get the list to you. But believe me, it's important that you work with your chairman, you tell her what you're able to do. If you can make phone calls, if you can put up signs, if you can be available on Election Day, if you like to write letters to the editor, any one of those things, those are the nitty-gritty details of retail politics that need to be accomplished. So that said, I thank you again for the opportunity to come visit you and share pizza with you. And hopefully I'll see you again soon. Thanks, Karen.